All right, wrestling fans, I'm standing here with attorney Michael King. All right, wrestling fans, I'm standing here with Mr. King. This is a tearjerker, folks. I want you to reach deep down in your wallets, deep down in your pockets. You see this address right here? It's 212 Kings Highway, Trenton, New Jersey. Care of the family living out back in the alley. That's where Johnny Ryder's little son's living. If anybody could donate some money to him, they would be appreciated. No cigarettes or anything like that. He's already smoking, the poor little fella. But if you can donate some money to Guido Marinara IV in care of people living behind the place, 212 Kings Highway, Trenton, New Jersey, Mr. King and I would really appreciate it.
They need the help.
They need the help. Reach deep down in your pockets.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is getting out of hand, but we've got a huge main event. The tag team titles are on the line, and Henry Godwinn, WWE legend, is in the building. Stay tuned. Moonshine Express versus the Interns coming up. That's your main event this week, ladies and gentlemen. Don't miss it. Stay tuned. Let's head down to the ring now for your opening contest this week. We've got some great action as we've got Sheik Ishtahr with his manager, Sheik Muhammad Asid Ishtahr. They're both Sheik Ishtahr. Now CJ Bentley is. We're not able to translate or understand anything that the Sheik from the great country of Iran, as he says. We can't maybe, but he's down here worshiping him.
Destruction of America! Destruction of America! Destruction of America! Destruction of America!
And all I could understand out of that whole rant was America. And I think he may have said Little Donnie in there, because that's who Sheik Ishtahr is on the way to the ring to face, is Little Donnie. He's waving the Iran flag here and all over these Americans' heads. We're about to see the face of America, Little Donnie, make his way down the aisle. This place is going to erupt when they see the Old Glory, red, white, and blue, after Sheik Muhammad Ishtahr is waving that flag in front of everybody here. And we got Sheik Farouk Ishtahr in the ring, about to take on Little Donnie. This is finally going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. His apprentice, the Sheik Muhammad Ishtahr. There's the face of America, Little Donnie, the everyday man. He represents each and every person here in this building and across this great land. God bless America, Little Donnie. And there's the Sheik. He's still running he's still jabbering about something about Little Donnie, I'm guessing. This is going to be the clash of countries, the battle of the flags here. Little Donnie's going to need to get him a manager to watch his back. Who can he trust to help defend America? He is Mr. America, the face of America, the face of the Stars and Stripes, the real American hero, Mr. America, the patriot of America. And there, Little Donnie, and you hear the disdain, the hate in the building for the Ishtahr family here, the Sheiks of Iran. And this has just been brewing for months as Little Donnie declared himself the face of America instantaneously. The show, wait a minute, holy Christ! And the Sheik Farouk and Sheik Muhammad Ishtahr have thrown the referee out of the way. This has just turned into a Pier 6 brawl. The referee's trying to get that flag from Sheik Farouk, and Muhammad Ishtahr and Little Donnie are brawling on the outside of the ring. Is this match ever going to officially get underway? It's 2-on-1, ladies and gentlemen. And that flag is just beating the crowd. Well, he's got the tip of it, jabbing it right in the head of Little Donnie, and our camera crew afraid to get in on the action because they don't know what's going on, but they've got the shot as the referee is just trying his damnedest to get control here. And you can see in the back, Muhammad Ishtahr and little Donnie are going through the crowd. Down goes Farouk Ishtahr, the Sheik, the almighty leader of Iran, as he calls himself. Oh, he just raked the eyes of the official. This match is never going to get started now as they're brawling all over the American Legion Hall here. And our camera crew is doing its best to keep up with what's going on. They're choking him again with that flag. Somebody's got to come to the rescue of little Donnie here. As you can see, he's got the camel on the side of the man, that flag. Oh, little Donnie fighting back, the heart and soul of America here, giving it everything he's got in this fight. Are we even going to get a match this week? As little Donnie just getting caught with that elbow, going right to the merch table of Saturday Night Superstar Tony Bench. As the chair goes across the spine of little Donnie, and now the flag coming into play here. Oh, can little Donnie take any more of this beating here? Oh, yes, he can, because he's got America on his back. And he's just fighting here with everything he's got. And here we go. Oh, wait a minute, there's the Moonshine Express. They're getting involved with a big right hand from the Big Nasty. And then, wait a minute. Now, Sheik Farouk Ishtahr going face first into the boot of Bootleg Dave. How poetic. And here we go. They're continuing this fight here. The Moonshine Express getting involved. They're in the main event later on against the Interns. They need to watch what they're doing. Where are we going here? As little Donnie is falling in the Sheik and the other Sheik, the two Sheiks, out of the building. And that lady looks pissed off as he just gets slammed face first into the ladies' bathroom. Here we go. They're brawling on the outside. The Sheik and little Donnie. And our camera crew is keeping up with it. They're going to fight out to the streets of Lenore here out front of the American Legion Hall. And little Donnie and the Sheik are just going at it here. Oh, he's going to throw him right into the sign there. Oh, Ralph, please don't get rid of us. Whatever, we'll pay you back for it. And there comes that flag. Oh, he takes the other one. Yeah, face first. Right on that American Legion emblem. And little Donnie's taking care of business as only the face of America could. And they're running. Well, he threw a couple cheap shots. Now they're running back into the building. Little Donnie chasing the Sheik Muhammad Ishtahr right back into the building here. And here we go. He's running back to the ring. I guess he thinks he's going to win with a 10 count here. But the official is chasing after him. As now we're going to get a matchup here. As little Donnie and the Sheik is officially underway. As we're in the ring, they're finally in the squared circle. And out of the way moves little Donnie. Here we go, he's setting him up. Big American red, white, and blue shoulder tackle. 1, 2, 3, and little Donnie gets the win. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to explain this other than just a hellacious, chaotic brawl we have never seen the likes of here on the show. And little Donnie beats the Sheik Farouk and Sheik Muhammad Ishtahr here as the fans chant USA. And little Donnie taking in the adoration as he just defended the rights of America, the freedom of this great country here on NAWA Championship Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to start the show this week as little Donnie gives a big ho, the face of America, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Only the face America can love. Little Donnie.
Hi wrestling fans, Tony Bench here, host of the Bench Buster Show. If you love independent pro wrestling, then my podcast is definitely for you. Make sure you tune in each and every week as I will be interviewing the local independent pro wrestlers, some you love and some you love to hate. Learn about their secrets, learn about what got them started in pro wrestling and what they love most about pro wrestling. And I also have more inside secrets that you never thought you'd ever know. But you got to tune into my show to find out. It's available on all platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and YouTube. So Don't make no excuse that you didn't listen to my show. There's plenty of chances to listen to it, and if you don't, you're the one missing out. Tune in to the Bench Buster Show.
The Carolinas have long been heralded as the origin of greatness in the realm of professional wrestling. Men, women, and promotions now considered to be legendary in their scope of influence on the future of professional wrestling began here in the region we call home. It is in this tradition of greatness that the Carolinas Professional Wrestling Awards will carry on in celebrating the achievements of talent working in the region. Join us at the official Facebook group page of the CPWAs as we continue to celebrate pro wrestling in the Carolinas.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us through that quick commercial break. What a way to start the show off, but we're going to end it just as on big of a high note as in our main event. The tag team titles are on the line as Henry Godwinn is here to back up his cousins, the Moonshine Express, against the Big Business Army. Stay tuned for that big main event for the tag team titles later on in the show.
It looks like I went to the Ugly Factory, met you fellas. I'm just kidding. I love these guys. These are the Burt County boys, Big Donnie and the Wild Man James Brody. He looks like he's got his Hannibal Lecter deal on. He looks like he's been incarcerated again. How about you, Donnie? Anything to talk about?
Yeah, he's been wild, and he's been talking some crazy stuff about how you see Bruiser Brody holding Invader's head. He said, we're just going to start cutting people's heads off after we kick their ass. Don't matter who's next. The Burt County boys will take you out, and you'll be tomorrow's trash or wherever they find your body. We don't care anymore.
Let's get the medical flowing again on these boys. Yeah, we're out.
Woo, Master, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant. Handsome Jimmy, the Boogie Woogie Man. I'm telling my people, my brothers and sisters, yours truly loves you all. Now, hey, y'all, I have a wrestling camp in Shawsville, Virginia. It's called BWC, Boogie's Wrestling Camp, Hall of Fame Museum. Come if you want to be a professional wrestler, valet, or a referee, or a timekeeper. Put up the ring, brother. Anything will teach you all. Do interviews. Do it all right here at BWC.
For more information on Boogie's Wrestling Camp Hall of Fame Museum, visit jimmyvaliant.weebly.com. Oh, yeah!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking around through that quick commercial break. It's been one of the wildest episodes of NAWA we've ever had, as we've seen that idiot Michael King talking about Johnny Ryder, the big brawl between Sheik, Muhammad Ishtahr, and Little Donnie. The Burt County boys wanting to cut people's heads off, and they don't care anymore. And now it's time for your main event this week. As you can see, the former NAWA Tag Team Champions in the ring, the Interns, and they're flanked by their manager, Big Business James McHone, and the Freak Daddy AJ Frost. They're at ringside this time for the rematch. Wait a minute.
And listen what I gotta say.
It's AWOL.
I don't know what happened. The office put me in a singles today. Bunch of crap. These clowns stole our belts. No matter what happens tonight, remember this. We're next. You understand?
Well, AWOL reappearing, saying they're next in line for the tag team titles that they lost to the Interns. They never got their rematch. They want the Interns and the Moonshine Express to know that they are waiting in the wings for a crack at those tag team titles. Well, you hear the banjos are playing. Here they come. The Moonshine Express. There's Bootleg Dave, the Wild Man. And there's the Big Nasty Bastard. And there's their cousin, WWE legend, Henry Godwinn. And he's got the slop, ladies and gentlemen. Woo, and Big Nasty says it stinks. And Bootleg Dave giving a little bit of a shine to the slop. And if anybody knows what Henry Godwinn's capable of, they know he likes to dump that slop right on the top of his victim's head. And look at this here, we're having a good old hoedown, a good time here. Here in Lenore's the Moonshine Express. has got the people into it here. They're dancing. They're here to have a good time and whip some tail here. As you see, Henry Godwinn, the WWE legend, about to throw the slop on that lady with the sign there. And you see they're going all the way through the crowd, getting the people into it here, as they've got to watch out for the Big Business Army. Will Henry Godwinn be enough to help Bootleg Dave and the Big Nasty keep the NAWA Tag Team Championships around their waist? They brought him in to watch their backs. They've got cousins out the wazoo to the Moonshine Express. They had Charlie Brown just a few weeks ago. Now they've got Henry Godwinn. What other cousins do these guys have here up their sleeve just in case they need people to watch their back? Oh, there you go. He flipped it around for her. She was addicted to the hokey pokey or something, I think. But hopefully she turned herself around. Just like the Moonshine Express has turned the Interns world upside down when they beat them in that steel cage for the tag team titles just about a month or so ago here. And James McHone saying Henry Godwinn and that slop has no place out here. I think Henry begs to differ. Will we see that slop play a factor in this matchup or not? But the Interns, the Big Business Army, they've bounced out of the ring. They're getting out of the way. Can they make magic happen again? Will they become two-time NAWA Tag Team Champions and defeat the Moonshine Express here tonight in your main event, ladies and gentlemen? And James McHone, you got to give him credit where credit is due. He has brought the Interns up above that level of being scrubs that they were to championship material. And now the Moonshine Express has once again found a cousin from the hills to come down to make sure McHone and AJ Frost do not get involved in their business. Referee Mark Henderson, he's a little weary of that slop bucket. But here we go, the tag team champions, the Big Nasty Bastard and Bootleg Dave. Ain't no telling how long they'll hold on to the gold, especially if they can keep finding people to watch their backs, like WWE legend Henry Godwinn here. Bootleg Dave, he's crazy. He's the crazy one here. And can the Interns pull off the victory? Many people might call it an upset here. As you can hear the fans chanting for the Moonshine. I think this is a moonshine drinking kind of crowd here. You see the Interns trying to take the belt to the Big Nasty.
Listen up, you bunch of rednecks.
Wait a minute.
If I hear one more Moonshine chant, way out of here, you don't get no stinking mouth.
And they're going to get out of here if they hear that Moonshine chant again. And you can hear the folks here in the American Legion Hall chanting Moonshine, Moonshine, Moonshine. They don't want the Interns out here. And the Big Business Army's tucking tail. They're leaving. They're thinking about getting out of here. Well, they're coming. They know they can't get the tag titles unless they get that pinfall.
Moonshine redneck going to take the belt from us. We are coming in there. We're winning those belts, and that thing's away.
Wait a minute. McHone running his mouth again, and Henry Godwinn's had enough of it. Chasing McHone off the microphone. We can only thank him for doing that, because who knows how long and how crazy McHone would get on that microphone if nobody keeps him in check here. As you can tell, this is a huge, exciting main event. You can just feel the anticipation building as we wait for these two teams to go. Look at Dave getting a shot at the shine. So it's the Big Nasty. And I think they're ready to go now. If they weren't already sauced up and ready to go, they are now. Getting a shot of that 140 proof, that White Lightning, the corn whiskey. And the Interns are stalling again as the referee's checking the Moonshine Express out. As we're getting ready to go here in your main event. How much longer can the Interns stall before taking this beating from the Moonshine Express here? Or will we see new tag team champions after your main event here this week? Looks like we got the Big Nasty Bastard and intern number 2 gonna start it off here as the bell is finally rung. And here we go, main event action, tag team titles on the line here. As we're finally, whoa, intern number 1 about got snatched up there by the BNB. And intern number 2 again, stalling. I think the Moonshine Express is starting to get a little restless. Henry Godwinn telling Bootleg Dave to get on in there and get him. As he's out there posing. He's gonna body slam the Big Nasty Bastard. Intern number 2 must have got a swig of that moonshine before the match started himself. And the Moonshine Express and the intern. Wait a minute, Dave's getting in the ring. He's drunk out of his mind. He's attacking the intern. He said, come on, baby, let's get it going. Do you want me to kill him? And Dave is he's the crazy one of the two for sure. As they had to get him out of the ring there. And finally we're locking up here. And look at this, the Big Nasty's not even struggling here with intern number 2 as he traps him by the face and tosses him down. And the interns are, gives him a little smack on the rear. He is the doctor. As the interns are struggling here early on in this matchup, as the Big Nasty looks to be having fun with the intern number 2 here. And now he's regathered, he's recovered, he's regathered himself in the corner. Here we go. We're gonna lock up here again, it looks like. And again, got him in that top wrist lock, caught him off guard. Did intern number 2, wait a minute. There's intern number 1. And look at that, he just tosses both of them down with ease. Does the Big Nasty Bastard, and they're both bailed out of the ring once again. And the interns, the Big Business Army, they've got to figure out how they're going to take care of this big man. He's over 300 plus pounds of moonshine and cornbread and whatever else they feed these guys in the hills. What are they going to be able to do to take this man off his feet? He's got to be 6'3.5", 300 plus pounds. He's definitely got the strength and size advantage of both the interns. And as we saw over both of them, and here comes the beating now. That's how they're going to have to take him out, is just all on assault. Shoots him off, breaks the clothesline, flying double clothesline from the Big Nasty there. And he's trying to grab him in the ring as they bail out again. Does the interns, and AJ Frost is calling a timeout. Somebody got to tell that idiot, both of these idiots, there's no timeouts in wrestling. And you can hear the fans fully behind the Moonshine Express here as he launches him over the top rope. Does the Big Nasty. And intern number 1 is in the ring now. And he's got that arm wrenched. And he's ringing him. He's going to take his mask off. He's going to try to take his mask off here. And he's wanting to know if people want him to break his arm. Right on that shoulder with that big elbow. Just wrenching that arm again. And in comes the crazy man, the wild dude, Bootleg Dave. Big double hip toss there. And he's sauced out of his mind, I think, his Bootleg here. As he's going to work on intern number 1, shoots him off, big clothesline. Just wobbles him right down to the mat there. And now Dave with a leg drop right over that arm, continuing the work of his partner, the BNB. Oh, look at that, just a rake right into the face there of Bootleg Dave. Oh, dear God, intern number 1 finally getting some offense in here as the interns just takes his boot, rubs the strings right down the face of Bootleg Dave. Now just choking him out. What in the hell? Oh, with Big Nasty there trying to save his partner here. And he's just going to work on that side there. And Dave is in some trouble here with the Interns starting to put some momentum together. As you can see, Freak Daddy cheering on as he's got a rough past here with the Moonshine Express as well, as they've been going at it for months over multiple promotions as this feud. And will it come to a head here tonight as they've agged on Big Nasty, trying to get him to take the bait, and he did. Oh, a big right hand from AJ Frost there. And now McHone's getting involved, and this is why they were banned from ringside, ladies and gentlemen, during that cage match, because they get involved in the matchups very too often here on NAWA Championship Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen this feud, go back on our YouTube channel, Facebook page, look in the vault and catch up on the amazing feud here between the Moonshine Express and the Big Business Army, as intern number 2 just thrusted his hands right to the throat of Bootleg Dave, and here we go, just taking him over the top rope, just choking him out. That's about the only way you can tame Bootleg Dave, is just to cheap shot him and hurt him, as the intern with that leg right across the back and over that middle rope. Is Dave has got to get a tag in to the BNB, as the interns just continue to work him over here with ease, I might add. Dave needs a shot of that corn whiskey here. You can hear the fans are trying to get him back into this matchup here, as the interns are just taking it to Bootleg Dave. Big kick right into the midsection there. Now intern number 2's back in the ring. I've lost control which one's intern number 1 and number 2. Just face first right in that corner. And Dave is in serious, serious trouble here, as the interns have shown a championship form here tonight. They are looking to reclaim what's theirs, which is, oh, nobody home. Dave out of the way. Tags in the Big Nasty Bastard. Here we go. Big elbow. One intern down. Big wind-up punch. Another one. And here we go. AJ Frost is in the ring. He's getting an elbow. And now Henry Godwinn's in the ring. All hell is broken loose. Holy Christ. What is going on here? And the Big Nasty, Henry Godwinn, and the Bootleg Dave sling him in the middle. Oh, AJ Frost crushed right in the middle of the intern. Here we go, a triple. They're setting him up for a triple slop drop. Here we go, holy Christ. And here we go, 1, 2, 3, and the Moonshine Express have retained the NAWA Tag Team Championships over the interns and the Big Business Army. And McHone is getting out of here. There you are, your tag team champions. What a matchup. It was a good idea to have the Cousin Hog here tonight, watching their backs. He's got that slop bucket. It's a good idea they brought him down from the heels. Oh, he's got that smile on his face. He's showing that slop off. I don't know what he's got in mind, but I kind of think I know. And AJ Frost might be on the receiving end of something he ain't going to be happy about. And as he's surrounded, there's no way out. He's got Moonshiners, and he's got Cousin Hog in front of him, as Bootleg and B&B's got AJ Frost. Oh, dear God, he's got the slap. Oh, no. Holy Christ. All in the face. Oh, AJ Frost has just been slopped here, and he's tripping in it. Oh, dear God. And the Moonshine Express, oh, an elbow. They're just celebrating over the slopped AJ Frost right here in the middle of the ring on NAWA Championship Wrestling. Oh, he just put a big whopping handful down the throat of AJ Frost and the Big Nasty. And look, they're just continuing to humiliate him here by putting a slop bucket on his head and give him they're just humiliating the Freak Daddy here in the middle of the ring. Oh my God. AJ Frost embarrassed. The whole Big Business Army has been embarrassed by the Moonshine Express and Cousin Henry Godwinn as they retain the tag team titles here on NAWA Championship Wrestling this week, ladies and gentlemen. That was an amazing main event. And oh, poor little AJ Frost in the ring, realizing he's been slopped by Henry Godwinn. He is covered in it. The mat is covered. It's starting to stink here in the building here in Lenore as AJ Frost just realizes, looks like he's about to throw his guts up. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time. Oh, that's all the time we got on this week's episode. We'll see you next week right here. So long for now.